Oh, I think it's gonna be hilarious, bro. I'm already laughing right now. Like seeing you with that big ass sandwich. Alright, we're if we pull off 30 minutes, dude, that's gonna be very it's almost like a challenge at this point, you know what I mean?
To only do 30 minutes?
Yeah, like with you right now in this, like it's hard to do 30 minutes.
Okay.
Like 45 minutes, very doable, but 30 minutes, but let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Okay, let's fucking dive in.
You ready to go in right now?
I'm cracking out my pickles.
You crocodiled your pickles?
Cracking them out.
Oh, okay.
Yanking that shit out my sandwich.
Dude, okay, let's... And fucking before I forget anything, since we're gonna do a quick one. Dude, I was like talking to you or texting you, and you were like, I think it's like time, or like I'm almost like ready to come on the podcast again. What made you say that? Because obviously it happened.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
Perfect timing too. Perfect timing.
That obviously did happen. There are receipts of it on my phone. I don't know. I've looked back at our previous podcast a couple of times, and I just don't really resonate anymore with where I was at then. Like I've been on a journey, and I don't know. I don't feel like obliterated high is the best representation of myself.
And the thing is, on the drive here, I was like, dude, I just feel very deep right now emotionally. Like with you. Not in like from the moment you got here to like getting food and like talking about like you popping up and just kind of like literally a new era. You're saying like how you haven't been hanging out with people that much, and you're fucking moving, you just started a new job and stuff, and like with all of that like inside my head, I'm like, dude, like I feel like it's gonna be a deep solid 30 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you are at a very transitional period in your life right now. Like you're looking for a studio to move out into, like alone, you know. And I met you with people, you know. Yeah,
it has been a journey. I definitely feel that same energy. Also I'm ovulating, so I'm probably putting off a very like...
Ovulating?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
In my cycle.
Oh, you're on your period right now?
Okay. Whoa, laser. Ovulation and periods are...
different.
Separate.
Okay.
They're two things that are part of a woman's cycle. A period is like when you're bleeding, and you're mensing, and it's like your winter. And ovulation is when your body's like basically like preparing you. It wants a baby, you know, and it's like preparing you, and like it's giving you all of these different hormones, and it's like your summer. So it's the opposite of your period when you actually bleed.
And this is, and you're saying everyone does this, you promise?
With people with vaginas and uteruses.
So, okay.
Yeah.
But that's all girls do this, what you just said.
All girls have cycles.
I feel like you're beating around the bush.
No, I'm not. All girls have cycles, but everyone's body's different, but every woman is on a cycle. So they have their own seasons, and that's the thing. Everyone's body's different. Everyone's cycle is different, but every woman is like on some sort of cycle. I forgot what your actual question was, but
so a period happens once a month.
Yeah. Yeah, it all depends also, like, what how you're taking care of your body, with what food, your movement, what's going on in your life, and also if you're on, like, hormonal pharmaceutical birth control or not.
Is that why you feel, like, is that why you're so, like, happy and, like, full of energy right now?
That is definitely, a part of ovulation, yeah. Like, that's the typical energy of it. Like, think like summertime, like sunshine energy.
Because from the moment you got here, I feel like I've been laughing a lot at like some of the shit you've been saying or doing. And like, you do seem happy because you've had some moments where like we're talking about someone's grandma painting and you're like, aw, and like you really felt that. Like you really felt that deep down. Or like when we were talking about like kids and stuff, that brought happiness to you, but you could see it inside of you.
Yeah. The old people and children, definitely some sweet spots for me.
Are they really?
Yeah, I love humans, and it's cute when they're at a stage where they're just so pure and honest and they just don't give a fuck. Like, for some reason, when you're in the stage of like that like midlife and you have like enough intel from society that's like telling you how to be, and you haven't quite gotten past the point to where like you are so independent and like you just don't care about what anyone else thinks anymore. Like, that is the beauty in those stages of life.
Okay, I do that. That's, yeah, that makes sense, and I could see why that makes you happy. You're a nanny, and you're talking about leaving that job, and you're also talking about how you really don't like that job. And I thought it was interesting because exactly what you just said, and how much you love and adore children, and you're like about to leave your nannying job and you like haven't been having the bestest time, and you've kind of been like oh my gosh, like either let me be the parent or get out of my way. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like.
Well, so I got my I got my Red Cross like CPR certification to be able to be a babysitter when I was 9 years old.
You were 9 when you got it?
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I have been babysitting and nannying other people's kids since I was 9 years old. So that's 12 years. And there's a lot I don't know, but there's a lot that I've learned and been receptive to about children and the way that their brains work, and being able to learn from them and give them space to be kids and to be humans and figure out what humanhood looks like apart from all the brainwashing of society. And, you know, like, it is just, yeah, I believe it's so important for kids to have space to be children and not to have all of like the iPads and the social media. Like, they need to go outside and get dirty and not be interrupted in that. And I think that in my experience right now, I don't exactly agree with all of the parenting styles that are happening in my current nanny family. And with all the respect and love, I don't think that there's enough space for the kids to really flourish because of all of these standards and different types of like expectations on kids that they just don't need. They don't need yet, you know?
You want them to be doing different things, but they're focusing on other areas, and they're not going to be able to necessarily like grow by what you would get going outside and playing outside and like falling down and getting hurt and like socializing with other children. You see a lot of just, they're like glued onto technology. And that's probably like the easiest babysitter of all time. And then there's just you to kind of glue in the pieces and like say like, okay, like let's take a break and now you eat some food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. But it's that connection to technology when it's formed at such a young age is so hard to break away because it's so normal and consistent that they instantly get all of those hits of that dopamine and that serotonin like so fast and so quickly, and it's like at the control of their own fingertips, that when they go anywhere else and they don't have it, it's not enough. And I really struggle. It's been such a lesson for me to learn how to take away my own feelings towards things and like just see like where there's a real lack of gratitude for things that to me are like so fundamentally something to be grateful for. You know, does that make sense?
Like food?
Like food, and like you have all of these amazing things that so many people have never seen or had access to, and it's just like never enough.
Like not buttering their biscuits right.
Mm-hmm. Their biscuits are too crumbly, or they're too flaky, or they're not tall enough.
And you're just like, go kick rocks, literally. Like, go damage your feet. Like, go outside.
Go fall down, and I'm not gonna pick you the fuck up every time.
Do you want a nanny in the future?
I would love to. You know, and there's so many opportunities, but I'm very open to that idea again. And like, to be honest, I just don't think that this was my best fit, and that is totally okay too. And I'm so grateful for I've just learned so much, and I've grown so much, and I really would not be where I'm at with all of these lessons and all of this testing. So many teachers.
If I ever have kids one day, which I don't plan on doing, but like, if I ever have kids one day, they need to meet you. Or like, you have to like take them for like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Lex,
Yeah,
you would be
take 'em
such a
away.
great parent. And you know how big I am on like these people shouldn't be having kids, those people shouldn't be having kids. Like, you know, that's just me. Like,
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
I feel that.
I really do approve of you. And like, obviously my approval means nothing. And like, who the fuck am I to even have approval? You know what I
Parenting
mean?
approval.
I'm just saying, in my own opinion, out of the people that I see having kids around me, and like just some of their experiences, you know what I mean? Just like, I would be so happy if you had kids, Lex. And you're like one of the only people that I like say that to. I bet you have said it to like maybe a couple, but like you in particular, from day fucking when I've met you, children have given you so much joy. And like you have literally like, I've seen them like come out like from around the corner, and like you like pretty much break down. You're like,
What?
You're like, and you just like start
God.
crying, dude. Like, if you see a child, you will start crying in joy. Do you think it's the cutest thing? And I've always thought that was like a really interesting character trait about you. Like,
Okay, I think breakdown is like a little
dude,
aggressive on the subject. It's not like that, but I do appreciate young people and old people and middle-aged people and people of all age. It's just, for me, it's easy to appreciate like all of the just like the bliss and the knowledge and like the young wisdom that can come from kids, and that playfulness and just like the presence. Like, that is the biggest thing, is like the presence. Like, kids don't know, like, they don't keep track of the past and the future. They're not worried about it. They haven't had all of these things put in to their brains, you know, that make them function. And there's a lot to learn from that. And I think if more humans could tap into that playfulness and that just intrinsically, like, that intrinsic goodness, I think people would be a lot easier to love. A lot more love to go around.
And you really like it because, like, there is natural love. Like, nobody's putting on a show. You look at a kid and you love them, and they probably love you back. And especially, like, your family members, like, the ones who are babies, if there are any left.
Wait, what? Oh, my family members?
Yeah, do you have any family members that are, like, very young? Cousins?
I have a lot of cousins. I have, like, 50 cousins or something, like, insane. And they have kids, and there's more kids, and there's a lot in there.
How does it feel that we have 15 more minutes?
It feels great. I feel like eating on camera definitely wasn't the move, but I totally respect your decision to do this, and I'm sorry to the people.
Are you feeling fuller? Or do you need to just eat a lot? Do you want me to talk right now and I'll kind of set us in for the second half and, like, you get your munch on?
Okay.
You need to get your munch on, Lex. You need to get your munch on. Okay, yeah.
My munch is all over my face.
Let me take one more bite.
Okay, get in there.
Okay. Dude. I just want to say at one point in my life, like, you were for sure one of my, like, best friends. For real, bro. Like, going back to, like, beginning of 2019, you know? Like, it's just been, like, crazy, you know? Like, life is crazy. Like, at one point, I remember kicking with you, like, not every day, but, like, 4 nights a week. And just doing, like, all sorts of crazy shit. And, like, I always remember you were just, like, and still are, like, why I really liked kicking with you is because you were always, like, so happy and, like, energy reviving and fun to be around and spontaneous and adventurous, and you don't, like, meet too many people like that now these days, you know what I mean? And the other dope thing about you, and you can keep eating. Oh, you're chewing right now?
I'm chilling. I'm really taking you in, Lays.
Dude, you're just such a nice and genuine person, Lex. You really are. And it's, you know, it's been, I was low-key bummed, like, not being able to kick with you as much this year. Because, like, when I met you, right now, you are a completely different person than when I met you. You know what I mean? Completely different person. Completely different goals, completely different atmosphere and vibe. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to say, like, this is before, like, she's moving in, like, 3 weeks. Like, who knows if it's going to be ever so easy to just see you again. Like, you might be in a different city and we don't see each other for a year, you know, which is totally possible. But yeah, dude, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for being a person that I consider a very good friend. You know, like, I love you, bro. I love you. You're a very good person, so very fun to be around. Super funny, dude. You've had me giggling all evening. Like, you've said some funny shit, dude. And you're a great inspiration as well. You know, like, guaranteed, you are a very, very great inspiration. For guaranteed more than just me, for everybody, dude. So many people love you, and, like, we really cherish our time with you, and I'm so stoked whenever I get to hang out with you, even if it's just for a little bit. I'm like, dude, Lex is so cool. Like, she's literally one of the coolest people I know. I get to kick with her, and I'm like, dude, she's giving me time to hang out. Like, bro, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, thank you for hanging out with me tonight for a second. We got some food. Like, you want to do a podcast as well, like, not necessarily tonight, but, like, we're just hitting birds with different stones. You know what I mean? And I hope I know you the rest of my life before you dip.
I mean, before I dip into a different lifetime, you will for sure. You're totally a part of my soul journey, and I've just been laser. I can get all cheesy on you right now, but I'm not going to. But I'm so grateful for you, and this every, like, stone that you've laid on my path, and just so many people that you've connected me to, and just I cherish our time so much. And yes, and that summer of 2019, I'm pretty sure I lived at your house for weeks on end. Yeah, I cherish those memories so much, and I'm so grateful for everything that we've just been through and the community that you have built that has just like so generously welcomed me with open arms. I mean, I seriously would not be where I'm at today without the community that is beside me, and that is like a huge credit to you. You are such a builder of creativity and magnificence in humans, and it is amazing.
So we'll see you throughout our lifetime, pretty much.
So I'll see you in a different lifetime too.
Really?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot more out there.
Yeah, guaranteed, huh?
Guaranteed.
What is your next big step then, Lex? Because you are getting ready to move in a couple weeks. You know, like your lease ends, you're done.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, no, I am trusting the process. I am definitely working on the surrender of what's to come. I am stepping into an awesome new career as a massage therapist, and I feel so aligned with that. I feel like it is a huge first step on what my aligned soul's journey is, and I'm so stoked about that. I feel like I'm really out here doing soul work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you want to stay in SLO for like a bit longer.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to hang out and just ground myself down a little bit and really give myself the space to embody this new job and this new whatever it is that is gonna happen, home or not home. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm feeling stoked.
Yeah.
I totally believe that whatever is meant to happen is going to be, and I'm ready to put into action for it, but I'm trusting it because I don't do overwhelm. I can't do it. I don't want to be overwhelmed by it. Just not. Overwhelm doesn't put you stepping forward into any higher vibration. It just is not serving, so I'm not doing that to myself.
At one point, you were gonna leave California. Like, you were, like, in, like, December, you were like, yo, I might be dipping this spring to go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I, at one point, would still like to be dipping, but I kind of took a turn with going to massage therapy school, which I'm stoked about, but, yeah, that wasn't part of, like, the plan, so now I'm just kind of cruising through that, but the goal is to be able to go and learn massage in different countries and learn all types of different modalities and really just embody and embrace and appreciate different techniques and ways of healing. That sounds pretty fucking cool. So you're gonna have to tap in with them over there and figure out like how to get in school and shit? Yeah. And I think really find a way to work with locals and really like get into the local arts and culture of what they do, because I feel like it's more authentic than typically if I was to like go through a traditional route. It might not, like if I were to do that here and learn something from someone else's culture, I don't think it just provides as much of the experience and the authenticity and like that truth that their like intention was in creating that massage. That was like really wordy, but you want to do some traveling and more growing. Yeah. And you're not going to stop growing anytime soon. Like, you have such a long life ahead of you. Yeah. You're going to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. You can call me Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked about that. That
That's
feels
dope,
so
bro.
good.
That's
like
dope.
that's really freaking cool. That we can say as humans that is like our life's journey, is to just keep growing. We're just plants with legs.
Oh, and you love plants. Don't even get me started. Oh, I actually have a gift for you too. On the way out of here, I have 3 pots for you. And they must go, otherwise they're getting thrown away.
Okay, I'll
And
take
I know
them.
you'll
They have a home.
Jump
They're
in
welcome.
front of the car for that.
That's another little aggressive no, but could be cool. I gotta see the pots.
Okay. Lex, what made you become who you are today? In terms of from when I met you? What made you go down this alternative route? Or I guess it could have been like the same routes, but like you are on a different wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're just on a different wavelength. Like,
Yeah.
what is that wavelength? Can you explain it?
Honestly, I think a credit of the change in my course was the pandemic. Being alone in a tiny little apartment with neighbors that are doing drugs and partying and doing all of these crazy things in the middle of a pandemic was insane. And I totally had to take a step back from a lot of things and do a lot of healing from previous relationships and memories and just behaviors, and a lot of unlearning habits that I had created for myself and mentalities that I had let consume me. Like, just really surrendering so many things that like I thought were true, and giving myself the space to like be fully welcome and step into all of the potential that my truth carries. But I just feel like a lot of people have let society step in and tell them where they should be, what they should go, how they should look, and just like stepping away from that and stepping into nature and stepping into our bodies and just being able to be with ourselves and just like let go of all of those standards and like lies that we're fed. It's a journey. I definitely have a lot more unlearning to do, a lot more growing to do, and a lot more people to know and learn and love. But it definitely, like, the pandemic took me for a turn, and I had to give myself the space to be the one to pick myself up. And I also just had such an amazing community that never went away. And for a second, I think I thought they did. And so just being able to see the truths for what they are.
Will we ever get to see, like, more of the party side of you again? Or are you, like, legit in a different place? Because some of my best memories with you were, like, going to B-Rads and shit, or, like, late nights at the shelter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I still love to have a late night, and I still love to have a bunch of laughs with friends. There's a lot of things that I don't love to do anymore, but of course, like, I still freaking love to have fun. That never went away. I especially love to have fun with you guys, so I definitely think we should make that happen soon.
Okay. Okay. Well, dude, that was literally like 30 minutes.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Good shit, Lex.
We set our minds to it, and we did it.
That was good. I appreciate you coming on, for real.
I really appreciate you having me on. And I really appreciate this meal we shared together.
Yes. Anything you want to say to the camera?
Thanks for supporting Laser's podcast.
Bro, thank you. Peace out, Lex. Bye.
See you later.